The following podcast is brought to you by the Geeks 2 Network, and all opinions are those of the hosts. Listener discretion is advised. It's time to talk wrestling. This is the Dave Dynasty Show.
And welcome to the Dave Dynasty Show. This is your host, Dave Dynasty, joined as I am every single freaking week with my producer, Ike Isaacs.
Are you sure it wasn't Snoopy? Are you sure? Because I think I hear Snoopy.
That's just the clock on the wall.
So I want you guys to know that Dave Dynasty has a Peanuts clock on his wall.
Sure do.
And it's going off right now.
I'm a bit of a Snoopy fan. I do like the Peanuts.
That says anything about you, I suppose.
I don't. That, you know what? That says plenty, and I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy about that. I'm okay with that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So this is our first podcast of 2017. It is a new year.
Last time we talked to you guys, it's been like a year.
God, that joke is just.
I
so
know
old.
it's so terrible, but like I feel like I have to say it.
Well, before we get into anything, let's thank our sponsor, LuchaMaskUSA.com. Visit them for all of your Lucha Libre needs, and on top of that, beginning with this episode, we will be giving away for the next 3 weeks, each week, 3 kid-size Rey Mysterio masks.
Oh,
Very, very cool. We have a wide assortment. You just get a random one. You don't get a pick. You don't get to choose, but
we don't care that much.
We don't want squabbling over colors, so you just get one at random, absolutely free, courtesy of LuchaMaskUSA.com. And it's going to be very simple. When you see the post, when we drop the episode, the very first post we will do on Facebook. This is on the Facebook group or on Twitter, or on the Facebook page, I'm sorry, for the Dave Dynasty Show, or on Twitter, or on Instagram. Those 3, not in my personal Facebook page, my Dave Dynasty page, for me, but the Dave Dynasty Show page. So if you do not like that, you need to get out there and like it. And on Twitter, at the Dave Dynasty, or on Instagram, which I think is, I don't know what it is. Go to DaveDynasty.com for that link. I don't remember what the... Anyway, you'll see the posts, and it'll say that you can enter out a win. And basically what you'll need to do is you will need to go and listen to the podcast.
Give us your social security number.
No. For a kid's Rey Mysterio mask.
Yes. Is it a debit card number 2? Possibly your address.
Oh, my.
We'll probably need their address. We're going to ship it to them.
Yes. But anyway... So when we do that and we drop that, if you share that post or retweet it, okay, so we may have to drop the Instagram. I guess you can't really share Instagram.
Yeah, you can't really share Instagram. You can look at it on Instagram if you'd like.
Yeah. So anyway, this is just on the Dave Dynasty Show Facebook page and Twitter. My apologies.
Twitter.
If you share that or if you retweet, then you are automatically entered. And right before we tape the next show, we'll draw 3 winners. And we will contact them by whatever means we need to get a shipping address, and we will ship you a mask. Absolutely free.
Heck yeah, we will.
And we will do that for 3 weeks. And, we'll see how that goes. Our first giveaway, I feel like I've already fumbled the explanation, but we'll see how it goes.
Basically, TLDR, if you're on the internet, basically just means, long story short, share the post on Twitter or Facebook. You're automatically entered. We'll pick 3 winners before our next podcast, and we'll announce them on the podcast. There you go.
Yep. And we'll contact you.
Lemon squeezy.
And we'll contact you.
Yeah.
To get your mailing address.
Make sure when you open the box, just to hold it real close to your face. Typically, anthrax needs to touch your skin to work.
God. They're going to shut us down.
Probably.
Shut us down. So it is New Year's. Anyway, thanks to Lucha Mask USA for all their support, but thank you for donating those masks for the giveaway. Should be a cool thing. We'll see how it goes. We'll have more stuff in the future.
Holla.
More cool things. So, oh, God.
Holla.
And so here we go. We'll see how this giveaway does. So, there's that. And then, what else? If, you can visit the website, DaveDynasty.com. It has a link to all of our social media, plus a link at the top of the left-hand corner for our Amazon affiliate program. Click on that as you're shopping Amazon for all your stuff, and we get a little kickback. No additional charge to you. Help us out.
Valentine's Day is
Cool
coming
stuff.
up. I mean, it's a month away, but man, you might want to get your girl, your wife, fiance, whoever it is, random person on the street, just get them something from Amazon. Use our link because we always enjoy money. I need something to support my habits.
Yeah, those train downloads are not free.
Exactly. I have iTunes Music, so that's all right.
Well, that's not free either, but.
Well, yeah.
So, yeah, but I'm not paying. We're not paying for that out of the proceeds for the show. I'm just saying.
Just to let everybody know.
Yeah, so anyway, yeah, it's no additional charge to you. So, yeah, help us out, support us. But, yeah, so there's that. And also at the website, there's you click on that big banner right in the middle about the podcast. You go to the links for all the past podcasts in all of their forms. So if you need to catch up, listen, or whatever, yeah, go there. So, yeah, it's New Year's 2017. Lots of people out there saying, thank goodness 2016's over. It's
A lot of people
been
dying.
a wild year. Lots of people that we all adore have passed on.
Rest in peace. R.I.P. Carrie Fisher, Debbie Reynolds, Gene Wilder, Prince,
There's a bunch.
David Bowie. I mean, I can keep going on.
Yeah, let's don't. It's 2017. Let's hope for a little softer year.
You know who I was expecting to go?
You?
No.
Courtesy via my hands?
No. Betty White. I was almost expecting
What?
that to happen.
Everybody, leave Betty White alone.
I love Betty
Everybody's like, uh-oh, someone died. Where's Betty White? Just leave her alone.
No, I love Betty White. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I'm just saying, like, I was really surprised that, like, all these other people are dying. And, like, Betty White's just sitting over here giving them the finger.
Perhaps, but. So, yeah, when it's a new year, there's always room for resolutions. People always make resolutions that they typically break within a few days.
New year, new me. Get a gym membership.
You got? Is that what you're doing? What's
No.
What's your resolution?
I don't really have one.
Of course not, because you don't believe in self-improvement. But
Self-improvement's the only way to the dark side. Or no, not self-improving is the way to the dark side.
I guess, but yeah, lots of people are always make
perfect.
resolutions about their health and all those things, and those are all great, but most people don't stick by them. So, yeah, so I guess I urge you just to make a resolution just to be a good person,
Yep,
just to
there you go.
continue to strive to do whatever you do, chase your dreams, have fun, and just be nice. I like to use the phrase "keep on growing." Just that's it. Just keep on growing, and just remember, you know what? We don't have to be dicks to each other all the time. You know, we may not agree unless you and I perhaps.
Yeah,
but
I was gonna say, what are you talking about, man?
I'm
That's like
talking
my
about the
job.
human race in general.
Yeah, you're
I
probably
despise
right
your
about that.
guts, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
well.
But yeah, when you're out there, you know what? It's easy to be nice. It's easy to say please and thank you and common courtesies. And you know what? Basically, just don't be Ike Isaacs.
You know, I can even speak from my own personal life and say that not trying to act like me is probably a good idea.
Yeah.
I can probably even vouch for that.
But yeah, but on a professional level here with the show, I think we should make a resolution that we're going to try to get out there more, get to more shows.
Yes.
So if you see us at shows, say hi. We'll be out there. And we got some other personal goals. We're looking to perhaps get some T-shirts done and out there and different things like that, and have some bigger guests and better guests. And, you know, we'll hit milestones this year. We're going to hit, episode 25 will be coming before we know it. And that's like a quarter of a century or a quarter of a whatever.
Quarter of a century, that's a lot.
You know, not a century per se, but it's a quarter of, it's a quarter. So, we have to mark that milestone. We may have to do
25
something-
is indeed a quarter.
We have to kiss my ass. We may have to do something special for that. So anyway, we won't hit 100 this year unless we really get cracking.
Yeah, so we did like pump out like 3 podcasts a week.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. I can't stand you for 3 times a week.
Well, I mean, not necessarily. 52 weeks a year, 1 podcast a week, and then like every so many weeks we have like a
let's see.
6 packs.
Yeah, by the end of the year we should be in the 70s something, maybe
Yeah.
pushing 80.
Yeah, maybe like.
So we'll hit that. We'll hit it in 2018. I'm not going to try to oversaturate things unless duty calls. Who knows? But anyway, there will be milestones. We'll hit 25. Yeah. We'll hit 50. We'll say those are milestones too, and we'll do special things, and there'll be more giveaways and lots of fun stuff. But so yeah, that's it. So we are a wrestling podcast. So yeah, I urge you to get out there, go to the show, support these guys, continue to show the world that professional wrestling is the best shit in the world. It's great. So support the indies, support these guys trying to make a living. Buy a shirt. You know, that's how they make their living. You know, the gas and the travel that's not cheap. And
old Mancer can't buy his damn light beers if you don't buy his T-shirts.
That's right. If you see Mance Warner out and about, buy him a beer.
I was gonna say run the other way.
But yeah, that's one milestone that I think I'd like to do this year. Also, I think I'd like to have Mance actually on live as a guest.
That'd be interesting.
It will be, not even. I don't even think I want to do this as a Skype or phone interview. I think I want to do it
Legit
at a show
person.
in face. Yeah, face to face.
That'd be interesting.
So, but yeah, we did it with Cole Roderick. That was a lot of fun, and Mance should be wacky. So, but anyway, yeah. So that's my ramblings about New Year in 2017, and you know, there are people out there that'll try to bring you down, and don't let them. Just do your thing and be nice, be good, be kind, be safe, all that good stuff.
Well,
And as Nancy Reagan once said, don't do drugs.
what was
As
it?
Whitney once said, crack is whack.
Crack his wag. What was it that Tiny Tim said in the Christmas Carol?
God bless us, everyone.
God bless us, everyone.
Christmas is over, man. Why
I
are we?
know. I don't know. Man, they still play They were still playing Christmas music in Target the other day.
Yeah, okay. It's time to move on.
It is time to move on. I agree.
So,
Been time to move on for approximately 6 days.
as I sit here and look at my Christmas tree still up with presents still beside because we've not yet celebrated with all the family yet, I'm already ready for Christmas to move on. Yet it still lingers.
It's still there like a corpse of a dead man.
That's okay. That's all right. So,
That's
yeah,
okay.
we got a good episode today. Besides our general little ramblings and musings, we have an interview with indestructible Calvin Tankman, one of the bright young stars of the Midwest. Very interesting stuff from him. See what he's up to, where he comes from, and where he might be going. Good interview there. So, and of course, the aforementioned Mance Warner is back with a heaping load of wisdom.
Yes.
Yeah. So good stuff. But right now we are going to take a break. And when we come back, we will have that interview with Calvin Tankman. Stick around.
Visit LuchaMaskUSA.com for official high-quality Lucha masks and merchandise, straight from the luchadors themselves. They have a huge and always growing inventory, so check back often. That's LuchaMaskUSA.com.
And welcome back to the Dave Dynasty Show. My name is Ike Isaacs, and today I'm joined with the indestructible Calvin Tankman. How are we doing today?
I'm good, man. Thank you.
Well, as always, thank you for coming on here, and thank you so much. We always love having everybody on here. I love talking to you guys. Any talent, it's just wonderful to hear like all the great stories and stuff. So, of course, thank you so much for coming on here today.
Oh, no problem. It's a pleasure, man. Thank you for being interested in my career and what I do.
Absolutely. We're always interested in young talent that's always coming out and putting on a great performance for people. And I'm so pumped to get to know you a little better today.
Oh yeah, sure.
All right. So as always, we always start these interviews off, and we always ask who we talk to. We always ask them, when did wrestling hook you? When did you get really hooked on wrestling?
I'd have to say I was probably 3-4 years old, and my older cousin came over and turned on a WCW program, and I saw Goldberg during the streak, and I was hooked.
Oh man, Goldberg during the streak. That's prime time right there.
Yeah.
This might be a little off random, but what did you think about him and Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series?
I was actually taken back by that. It was the last thing I expected. I think or anyone expected. But I think it worked. I mean, if they wanted a shock factor, that's definitely what they got. So
yeah, no, 4 moves and he's done. It's
yeah.
I was the same way. I was a little flabbergasted, but excuse me. So you mentioned we were just talking about not Brock Lesnar. We were talking about Goldberg. So when you first started watching wrestling, was he one of your favorite wrestlers to watch, or do you have other favorites?
Oh yeah. Originally I started as a WCW kid, so I watched a lot of Sting, a lot of DDP. I love DDP.
Oh,
and then the cruiserweights. Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, those type of guys. I loved watching them because, yeah, you know what I mean? It's
Absolutely.
something totally different. You never know what's going to happen, especially being young, man. It just, the high-flying style just caught me.
Absolutely. And now, this is kind of something I've noticed about wrestling more recently is that we see a lot more of that. You have the WWE that they've introduced the cruiserweight division, and they have an entire show for it. And I think that people are really starting to see how awesome that is.
Yeah.
So
it's a atmosphere, and it's totally different from what you see. Like I said, it's the most exciting hour in wrestling television. There really is, with how dynamic their matches and things are. So
absolutely. So you were talking about you were hooked when you were really, really young. You were hooked to wrestling. What moment was it that you know that you wanted to wrestle? And that's what you wanted to do. What was that? When was that?
I think it's always been something that I wanted to do. It's always been a dream. I mean, when I was younger, my parents used to have to buy me new box springs on my bed because I would get on top of my dresser and do moonsaults and all kinds of stuff and have wrestling matches with this 3-foot stuffed Elmo I had when I was younger. And then I got into football. In high school, I was getting letters from different schools, Division I schools and stuff like that, and I had messed around, and my grades were too bad, and I ended up going to junior college and trying to get my grades up, and then becoming a father at a young age away from me, and wrestling. It was never a backup plan. It just made more sense to do it then than ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I immediately started doing some research. Me and one of my close friends, and we immediately got into wrestling and started training as soon as we could.
So when did you begin training, and who trained you?
I started training, I believe it was last summer,
Okay.
the end of last summer. And I trained at WCWO with a plethora of guys. I mean, Don Basher runs it, but I've done a ton with Apollo Star, and TJ Kemp took me to a lot of my first shows and really taught me how to dissect a match. JKO, he's taken me a lot of places and helped me out. Even there's just a ton of guys, so many guys I can't even name. Hillbilly Jets is another one that's helped me a ton. Just a lot of the vets just sitting back and listening. You know what I mean? They were either at training or during shows helping me become better.
Absolutely. So then a lot of people have really taken you under their wings. They kind of just held you under there and tried to mold you a little bit.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, that's good though. It's good
It's definitely something I'm grateful for, and I'm truly grateful for everyone because the small amount of success I've had in the short time that I've done this, I owe that all to the vets that opened up and helped me learn. You know what I mean? Helped me to saw something in me and wanted to take that time.
So you've been training. You said just for you since last summer. Is that what you said, right?
Uh-huh.
So you train with a lot of older guys, but one of the things I've noticed that with kind of your generation is that you're part of a really awesome group of young guys coming into the business. You have a lot of people that are probably close to your age or younger who are working, and it's a wonderful time to be in the business, especially when you're a young guy. So what do you think of some of your peers that you wrestle with?
I watch their matches and I'm amazed and kind of envious. Not really envious, but I watch some of the matches. I'm just amazed and seeing where some of the guys have come from in the short time that I've been in. I mean, Cole Roderick was one of the first people I met in the business that was my age, and Jonathan Wolf, which he counts as a vet. He's been doing this for a couple of years. Counts as more of a vet than the rest of us.
Yeah.
And then seeing what those two guys are doing down at the IWA and everywhere, really makes me proud of them because they're two people that I definitely call friends. You know what I mean? we talk on a regular basis. So
Absolutely.
it's definitely great to see those type of things. And the new guys that I've met, Brother Reed and Corey Storm and those guys, just watching some of their stuff blows my mind. And I'm happy for everybody's success that those guys and my friends get.
Absolutely. So, you're talking about all these younger guys that you wrestle with, some of your friends, and you're talking about how they blow your mind. But if I'm going to be honest with you, something that kind of also blows my mind is your wrestling style. Because, like, I'm a big guy, but you're a big guy too. And you move quicker than I think I've seen people a quarter of your size move. So, like... I mean, that's what I think. I mean, I think you're incredibly, like, quick and agile, and that sometimes just blows my mind, because, I've seen some matches of yours, and I'm just watching, I'm just like, wow, honestly, it's just blows my mind. So, when you utilize that mix of size and speed, is that what your core is about? Is that what you're trying to do, trying to deceive people?
It's a little of that. It's a little of, my football background, because that's what we were taught. We had to have that balance and that speed and that agile, even being an offensive lineman or defensive lineman. And then it's also, I wanted to be different. I knew coming into the business by watching it all my life that most people are going to see me and they're going to think I'm going to be a big guy that just throws people around.
Yeah.
And I want more to being, you can be a big guy and be just as good and do the same things that the small guys do and even do it sometimes a little better. You know what I mean? I want something that's going to make you want to watch a Calvin Tankman match and not just another big guy. You know what I mean? So that was always a goal of mine, was to stick out and be different, because, I mean, that's how you get your opportunities. They can go and get 1,000 other big men in the Indies, you know what I mean, that can do a lot of the same moves I do, but if I can do, you know what I mean, those few things to stick out, that's what's going to put me ahead of the competition.
Yeah, absolutely. And I definitely say that it does, because, like I said, you are deceptively quick and agile. Like, it's crazy, One minute you're using your power, but then the next minute you're just hitting the grindstone. You are going, you are moving, and they cannot. I mean, it blows my mind. Like I said, it's just amazing.
Thank you.
It's like each match is a pocket full of surprises, and it's like you don't know what's going to happen next. So
thank you.
So on kind of the other side of wrestling, you probably travel a lot, I'm sure. Do you have any funny road stories you want to tell everybody?
Probably my most memorable nights were being with riding down the IWA with Jonathan and Cole Roderick and Shigehiro and Kid, and just like some of the stuff that came out in those conversations in the car, and then especially Shigehiro's love for Steak and Shake. We just mentioned Steak and Shake, and he went nuts. Or just him singing songs on the radio, him and Cole screaming songs in the back while I'm driving. Just those memories always stick with me.
Absolutely. Well, so also, people also like a lot of people don't realize that in the independent wrestling scene, there's a lot of traveling. And like you said, there are always memories that you make with that. But as well, with a wrestler, there's also the other side of the wrestler, the human that they see in the ring,
Uh-huh.
So what is one thing that most fans don't know about Calvin Tankman?
One thing that most people don't know about me. I'm trying to think here. I'd probably say that, I don't know. I feel like I'm an open book. Got me off guard with this one.
That's what we try to do.
A lot of people, unless you have me on my personal Facebook, for some reason think I'm like 16 years old and still in high school. But I'm an adult, I work a full-time job, and I have a 2-year-old. So,
Oh gosh, yeah, you're just like I promise you, I'm not 15.
yeah, I get that all the time. People are like, "Oh, that Corey Storm's age, or a couple years older." I'm like, "No, I'm 22, so and I have a child."
Yeah, actually, we speaking of Corey Storm, I interviewed him last week. He's a young guy, man. He's 15. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, blew my mind too. And going from, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Basically, his first pro wrestling match to like 4 months later being in TPI. Man, I'm proud of that kid.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was actually at the TPI and seeing him in that match with Ricky Shane Page and Chris Hero. That was insane. Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
But,
Oh yeah. Proud of him.
So, we're coming up on 2017. And, I mean, today is today's the 21st. So we have 9 days left in 2017, I think. Whatever, 30 or 31 days, however, 9 or 10 days. I don't know my dates. No, okay, so, but for 2017, what are your goals? You have 9 days left, but what are your goals for 2017?
I'd say right now, where I'm at right now is I had to take a little bit of time off to deal with some personal issues. So I haven't been working as many shows. But my goal for 2017 is to branch out and work harder to achieve my goals. I'm starting to get some opportunities, and I want to seize those opportunities and make the best out of it. And get out, hit the roads, more traveling, more states. I've been predominantly around the Midwest, so I'd love to branch out and go as far as possible and get my name out to as many people as I can and just get better overall, become a better wrestler every day.
Absolutely, absolutely. So as well, you're talking about branching out and expanding. A lot of wrestlers have this, but do you have a list of people that you want to wrestle?
Yeah. Probably say this one's going to come out of left field, but it's just because I admire what he's done in such a short time. One of them is probably Leo Rush.
Okay.
I've watched a lot of him, and just seeing where he came from, and a little over a year now. I believe it's 2 years, and all the places he's been overseas and ROH Top Prospect and stuff like that. That's a success that I would like to mirror.
Absolutely.
And do something like that. And for him to do something like that so quickly, definitely puts him on my radar. Another one has got to be Michael Elgin, just because he's someone I've looked up to, someone I've watched a lot of. He's one of the guys that,
Yeah.
that I'd watch independent clips of that made me want to become an independent wrestler, when I was younger. So it's a dream of mine to wrestle someone like him of his caliber. And really, like, anyone that's challenged, anyone that I'm going to learn from, is who I'd love to be in the ring with. Yeah, I haven't really had a list written out, but there's always going to be those top 2 or 3 that off the top of your head that you're going to think of that's a dream match for you.
Yeah, absolutely. There's always those people that you want to strive to meet in the ring one day, to show what you got, basically.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. So, as we kind of wrap up this interview, where can people follow you? Where can people see the greatness that is Calvin Tankman? Social media, so and so forth.
I do have a fan page on Facebook. Right now, I use my personal Twitter and my personal Instagram. My Instagram is at CJHayward73, and so is my Twitter handle. Like I said, I'm working wrestling every Friday at WCWO. And any other shows, I promise to be better about it. I haven't been posting on my page as much on Facebook, but any other shows from here on out will be posted on my Facebook. So people can follow me and figure out where I'm going to be at and try and branch out. So if there's anybody wanting to book me, Facebook would be the easiest way. Go on my fan page and shoot me a message.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, so thank you so much, Calvin. I appreciate it so much.
No
Thank
problem.
you for coming on here. Um,
No problem.
Everybody, look up Calvin Tankman. Look this guy up. If promoters are listening to this, look this guy because he is great. So thank you so much, Calvin. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
Hopefully
It was
one
a
day,
pleasure, man. Thank you.
absolutely. But hopefully one day, maybe down the road, when you got some even more success under your belt, we can have you back on. Maybe get like a catch-up story type deal.
Definitely. I'd love to.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Calvin. I wish you the best of luck, and then hopefully see you at some more wrestling shows in 2017.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
I'll be on it. Thank you.
Not a problem. All right. See you, Calvin.
Bye.
Check out Geek Stew for all your geek and wrestling news and podcasts. Visit geek-stew.com. Gather round for life lessons from professional wrestling's own Mance Warner. It's Warner Wisdom.
All right, people, this thing's on for a second. It didn't look like it was working. I don't know what was going on. Okay, here we go, people. Your favorite wrestler of mine, old big doggy himself, Mance Warner, right here. Me. Everybody knows it. Best thing going right now in pro wrestling in the world. Old Mance Warner right here with another edition of Warner's Wisdom here for you. So today is the first day of the new year. Now let's watch all them people in the gym for the next month and watch all the people on Facebook and Instagram and all the other deal out there talking about how they're going to change and they're going to do this and they're going to do that. But they ain't going to do nothing. They're full of shit, man. So, Mancer, this week, that's what we're going to go over, people. We're going to sit here and talk. Ain't going to be too long. Ain't going to be too short. It's going to be right there. We're going to do a little talking this week. I'm going to drop a little bit of wisdom on you. A little bit of Warner's wisdom right here on the Dave Dynasty show. The best part of the show. My part of the show. My segment. My part on the podcast. So, we're sitting here. Today is the 1st. I'm looking on this calendar. Today's the 1st. So, what we're going to start seeing is people flooding the gym. They're going to come in and talk about how they're going to do this and they're going to do that. We're going to have people coming in there saying, oh, I'm going to quit drinking so many beers. I ain't going to drink that many beers no more. Fools. I call them dummies. Basically what we got is a lot of people being shitbirds, as I call them. Bullshit artists. So we're going to have people in the gym. We're going to have people saying they're going to do this and that. I'm going to do more shows. I'm going to be all over the place. I'm going to work harder. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I ain't going to do nothing. That's the thing, man. That's how this works every year. The people are too dumb to realize it. People say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to change this, I'm going to do this. Give me a second, I'm going to show you over here how I'm going to do this, start doing it this way. Bullshit. Bullshit artists. Shitbirds, as I call them. Nah. What we got to do out here, people, what you got to do is you got to quit being dummies, man. Me, Van Hammer, and old Skinner used to sit back there and we talk about people like this, these shitbirds. Old Skinner would get all heated up. He'd be ready to start rocking and rolling. Me and old Hammer have to calm him down and tell him, come on now, Skinner, you ain't got to go out here and beat shit out of all these people, man. And then I'd go, well, unless you don't think you could beat the shit out of all these people, and that get him even more heated. He'd get out there and just start swinging at people. I loved it. Good people, good people. Now, back to what I'm talking about here. I'm going on these tangents. I get off on topic. I start getting all over the place. It's new year. It's new time. Same old Mancer. I ain't going to change. I've been doing this for a long, long time, people. I know a thing or two out here. But they're the people, they're the shitbirds, as I call them. And they just go out here and they make up and they lie and they say they're going to do this and do that and they ain't going to do nothing. So from this point on, I guarantee you right now, get on the Facebook, go on the Instagram, go on the Twitter. and on any of them websites. Now, when you're done getting yourself an Old Mance Warner t-shirt, and when you're done looking up what Old Mancer's doing, then go on to the rest of it. And y'all see out there, everyone's going to be saying, oh, it's a new year, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Start screenshotting that stuff, people. That's a new thing I found out you can do on these phones. Start screenshotting what they say, and then say that. Say that piece of evidence here, like you're on Law and Order or your Ice-T or something. Save this. So then, in a couple months, when they ain't going to the gym no more, and they ain't changing other things they said they're going to do, go up to him and say, Old Mancer was right. He was right, damn it. And then pull out a screenshot and throw it in her face, man. You'll get a kick out of it. I'll get a kick out of it. Fun for everybody, man. Fun for the whole family. Now, basically, the gist of what I'm getting at here, people, is at the end of the day, the wisdom y'all need to take out of this is you got to start busting your ass all year long. Don't just start in January and say, this is the way it's going to be from now on. You people got to start forever, man. There's no start, there's no finish. You just keep doing what you're doing. Now, if you take that advice, if you're always busting your ass, you're going to get places, man. But that's on you. You can't sit here and say, it's a new year, it's a new me. Look at me. Look at me now. Here I go. Look at all the things I'm going to do. Because it ain't going to happen, man. You're just blowing a little bit of smoke up your own ass. Everyone else's ass, too. So, you got to be busting your ass all year long. January's just another month, man. It ain't the starting point for you to be the next damn greatest thing in the world. You can't be that anyways, man. Old Mancer's that right here. King of Big Dog style. Later it's a light beer. OG at a trailer court right there. Now, if y'all take my advice on this, you may get somewhere. You don't take my advice, you're probably going to get a screenshot. Some of your family member going to screenshot your bullshit on the internet, on the Facebook, and they're going to throw it in your face and then say, Old Mancer was right, because I always am, man. Old Mancer's always right. You people know this. I say something going to happen, and it happens. Now, end of the day, one thing you take away from this, start busting their ass every single day. Just bust your ass. You still drink your light beers. You still go out there and tear shit up, man. I do it, don't I? Close your eyes. Think about it. Eyes closed. There you are. You thinking right now? Hey, man, Mancer does it. He's the man. Now, I'm not saying you're going to be as good as me, but you give it a old college try if you want to. Now, that's my advice for y'all today. It's 1:30. I had a hell of a night. Maybe a little hungover. Maybe stumbling over and just knocked over a damn chair in here. That's fine. I picked up a little bit. You know, hold on a second. I picked it up right now. I'm going to take my own advice that I was giving y'all. Start doing stuff today, people. And then maybe you could be like Old Mancer. Not going to be as good as me, but you start walking in that direction. That's fine. You can catch up with me at some point. Maybe I'll sit down, take a breather, and you come on up, and then I take off running again, leave you in the dust. That's fine. Now, that's it for a day, people. Another edition of Warner's Wisdom right here, dropping knowledge on you. I guess I could have went a little bit more into that story about old Van Hammer, me, and Skinner, but that's another one. I'll one of these times I'll do one of these where I'll just tell you the inside scoop on all the deals. But until then, I ain't gonna do that. Like I said, I can't give you everything in one little podcast. Now, until next time on the Dave Dynasty show, the best part of the show, my part of the show, mine, your favorite wrestler, mine, me, old Mance Warner right here, King of Big Dog style, Larry's Light Beer, medium-sized man beast. You know all the nicknames. Y'all go buy that t-shirt, help me pay a couple light bills. I'm the man, you know it. You take my advice, you'll have a better time, not just a better year, just a whole, overall, the whole picture. It'll be a little bit clearer for you people out there. Ain't gonna be as good as me, but we'll get you there.
And welcome back to the Dave Dynasty Show. first podcast of the 2017 is coming to a close. We've interviewed Calvin Tankman. We've been wizened up by Mance Warner. We've made our resolutions. I flipped the proverbial bird your direction, Ike Isaacs.
You did.
And we thank the sponsors. We've announced the giveaway. I don't think there's anything else we need to do. I think we're ready to march on. I think we took a bold first step into 2017. I don't know how bold it was, but
one step
it was a
for
step.
mankind.
There's not Neil Armour, but John Glenn died this year too.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Let's don't turn it morbid. Let's don't go back there. It's 2017. Time to move on. Time to march on.
Sorry, this is random, but do you know there's actually a website that predicts like celebrity deaths? They pick seriously they pick 100 celebrities that they think is gonna die this year, and they put it on a list.
That's sad.
The website's called like Celebrity Death List or something.
How many
like
did they get right in 2016?
Like 15.
15 out of 100?
Yeah.
That's no. What?
Well, I mean,
can do that.
Well, I mean,
But why would you want to? Why do you want to predict people? That's horrible.
I think David Bowie was on there.
That's horrible.
So was Gene Wilder.
Horrible. Yeah, don't visit that site. We're not going to support that site. Screw them.
Of your imagination.
Yep. Time to close. Ike Isaacs is singing.
Hey, I love Willy Wonka.
Oh yeah.
That's like my favorite part of that movie too. Is when he starts singing when they're like up in that little floaty elevator.
Yeah, I've seen the movie before. I know it.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. Oh wow. I'm so disoriented now because of all that. You started talking about death predictions and then singing, and it's over. My concentration is done. So anyway, welcome to 2017. Keep on being great. Keep on supporting indie wrestling. We appreciate your continued support.
And keep on coming back to hear me sing.
Yeah, whatever. Make sure you like, share, rate, review, retweet, tag, whatever. Anything you can do on social media, make sure you do it. Support us. Go to Dave Dynasty.
Block us. Don't block us.
Go to DaveDynasty.com for all the links to all of our social media. Help us out. Help spread the word. Help us continue to bring you great guests each week. And maybe if y'all donate enough through our Amazon affiliate link, maybe I can hire a real producer.
Oh, and before you close out, I gotta say, Isaiah Ruiz.
Okay.
Don't you forget that this is the new year, 2K17, dude, 2K17, and this shit ain't going down.
It's not going down?
No, it is going. This shit's going down, and I'm not going down without a fight. So he just got to remember that. I might have been a little absent during the holidays on my Twitter, but don't you worry. In the coming days, I will be back. I'll be back.
Sounds like a really bad Nick Cage movie.
Yeah, really though.
Godspeed, Isaiah Ruiz.
Godspeed.
Ike Isaacs has thrown down some kind of gauntlet.
Well,
have fun with that.
I have an entire year to mess with them now.
And anybody else can get on board with that. Just go to @PintSizeBeast on Twitter, and you all can join in, and you can insult Ike Isaacs as well.
You can.
I strongly encourage you to.
You sure? Go ahead. I'm cool with that. I'll take on anybody.
Yeah, we're out of here. That's it.
Fight me in real life.
We can't take any more. I am Dave Dynasty.
And I am Ike Isaacs.
And we will see you soon. Be good, be safe, and keep on growing.